Hello and welcome to I Hate the Internet, the only podcast dedicated to hating the internet. My name is
And I'm
Today on I Hate the Internet, we just wanted to give a shout out to all the listeners. We get a couple grand thousand listeners a week, and really none of you have donated a single dollar to our Patreon, and we just wanted to thank you for that because we appreciate the feedback. Apparently we suck at podcasting, and if we were better, you would probably donate to our Patreon.
Yeah, one commenter said, let's read this comment. I feel it seems like you guys aren't good at reading.
You're gay.
Maybe
gay, gay, gay.
Read faster. Huh. That's interesting. They commented two things at the same time.
Yeah. A lot of parentheticals in that one.
Between every word in the sentence was the word gay.
Well, good thing we've got a podcast coach on the podcast today to help us podcast better. Everybody, we would like to welcome podcast coach Wiliam Montgomery.
How's it going, y'all? Thank y'all so much for getting me on. Yeah, I've been a podcast coach now for 15 years. I see a lot of promise in what y'all are doing. I see some areas that I think y'all can improve, but I'm very excited to be here.
Oh, wow. I've never been told compliment before about me talking.
Yeah, Kevin, I like how you read sentences. I think you do it well. Don't second guess yourself.
Yeah, I have where I read in wrong order words. That's what
celiac.
Yeah, celiac.
There's a celiac disease?
Yeah. And also I get in sentences give me a stomach ache. So,
ooh.
Yeah, that's a lot of cynicism.
Do you think what if anything what element do you think we should have in podcasts that could make better?
I mean, one of the things I tell a lot of folks who are doing the podcast, just have a segment in there where you talk about just your local zoo. I mean, just the new animals that are at the zoo, just new exhibits. I'm a big fan of wildlife. So I think that can be good. I think having a segment, maybe telling a ghost story, maybe an original one or one you've heard. I think that gets the listeners excited. I think people get excited thinking about sort of just supernatural things. Sort of has some a mystic quality about it. Those two things. I mean, those are the biggest.
Yeah, I think.
Well, let's do that.
I think we could bring in an animal.
I went on a zoo
and show it to the podcast listeners.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's cool. The cat I'm living with currently is messing with a garbage can. It's so funny. I wish y'all could see it.
I see it. Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah. I see it. That's good.
Have you ever been to the zoo?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was really crowded. I was out in a public square, and it was mobbed with a ton of people, and my dad commented that we were in a zoo, that it was a zoo. And that was the first time I went to one.
Oh, that's cool. One time I went to
There were a lot of animals, but they were all the same animals, and they were humans.
Human animals.
Yeah.
I mean, animals are humans.
Yep.
Lots of different kinds of humans.
Yeah.
Different colors, different genders.
Yeah.
Different creeds.
Yeah. Apollo Creed.
Yeah, creatine.
Assassin's Creed.
I've been lifting a lot of weights.
Creed the band.
Yeah, just Creed. That's one of them. Creed from The Office.
Yep.
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Thanks.
Creed Phillips, he was an alien.
Yeah.
Cookies and Creed.
Well, let's move on from this because I can't think of anything else, and I don't want to seem like I was the one who couldn't think of anything else.
No, you're beautiful on the outside. What was the second thing that our podcast host said? What we needed to do?
What's the second thing?
Just retelling ghost stories, whether you've sort of heard it before or it actually happened to you. I think people totally like hearing sort of about the mystical parts of the earth and our existence on this plane. I think, people like delving into the supernatural. I mean, that always seems to excite people.
Yeah, what else do you got?
Yeah, I don't know much about ghosts.
I know. I don't either.
All right. So far, we have zoo and ghost stories. I'm writing all this down.
Yeah, I think this has definitely so far been our best podcast. We've talked about both things.
Yeah, the two things that you can talk about, we covered at both of them.
Yeah, we've already done those. What else? I'm getting another beer here. Are y'all drinking over there?
Yeah.
We're not. Should we be?
Oh, no, we're not.
Oh, yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
I think it's always good for podcasts just to get drunk. No, I'm kidding. That's just bad. But that's bad advice.
Oh, really?
That's the best advice you've given.
Yeah. Can you give an example of a ghost story?
Yeah, probably 10 years ago, I was playing the Ouija board with my brother and some of my cousins. And we asked who we were talking to because the Ouija board, the marker thing was moving around. It was being very active, as it would be certain nights when we'd play it. And we asked it who it was, and the name that came back was Devil. And we looked at one another. We had not heard
Devin.
that.
Who's that?
Yeah,
Devin?
we had not heard that term before, and then we looked it up. And apparently the devil is the person who leads hell. So when we found that out, we were all scared to death. It was a nightmare. I mean, it was scary to say the least.
Why were you scared?
Just that I think we were talking to the actual devil, and
the devil's gay, right? That's what I always hear, that the devil's a big homo.
I've heard that. I think he lives in West Hollywood.
What's the opposite of a Luigi board so that you could talk to whatever the opposite of the devil is?
Let me guess, a Mario board?
No, that's not.
Yep.
Oh, I was just asking. But yeah, that's probably it. If you had a Mario board, do you think you could talk to God?
I would think so. I would guess. I don't know.
Jesus or Muhammad?
I'd say Jesus.
Yeah, this is the lightning round. Table or deck of cards with the King of Hearts missing, and the table has a wobbly leg.
Probably the one with the table with the wobbly leg.
Left or left eye?
Left.
Boston.
What did you say, left or left eye? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's me. This is our trademark. We ask every guest this. Every coach guest that we've had.
Every podcast coach, we kind of take their advice, and the podcast just automatically gets better whenever the podcast coaches are on, and then we immediately stop asking for their advice, and we just ask lightning round questions.
Boston market or pyramid scheme?
Pyramid scheme. I've actually recently started working for a company called Juice Plus, which is a pretty good pyramid type scheme. As long as you can get some folks under you, start making money, it works out.
Yeah, the first pyramid was built by a bunch of Jews in the desert of Egypt. And the way it worked was they built
ancient aliens, ancient alien Jews.
It was a 3-dimensional triangle, and the way it worked is the guy at the top would collect everyone's money, and he lived up there, and then he would throw a little bit down so that people thought they were making money.
Yeah,
and
he had a bunch of
off the
cats.
side.
He was into cats. Really fucking weird obsession with cats. Cats and coins, the two Ks. The third K, clan, the Cats and Coin clan, the Jewish pyramid scheme.
I was actually named after them, Kevin Keegan Clateman.
Yeah.
My initials, I was named after the Cats and Kool-Aid clan. Is that what it was?
Landslide or slide it in?
I'd say slide it in.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard one.
Huh. What is a landslide? Is that just when you go sledding?
Cigar or sick car?
Probably sick car.
You say cigar?
Sick car.
Cigar?
Cigar.
I would have gone with a sick car.
Yeah. If you have a sick car, do you have to take it to the ER? Do you think that would do well on Tony's
ER or retard?
ER probably.
Okay. Well, we've gotten to know our podcast coach.
That's where I'm going to bring you after this, the retard.
The retard?
Yeah. You can cut that one out. You can edit that out, right? You can edit that out. Can you edit this out? Can you edit out me saying
the
edit it out?
KKK thing, but edit out the sick car thing.
Yeah.
I would agree.
And anytime I say edit it out, just edit it out, okay?
Yeah.
Like
I'd edit this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
edit this out.
I'm gonna edit that out.
Yeah.
Please edit it out.
Keep the white noise, but edit out anytime I edit it out. Edit to say edit it out. All right.
I think that's smart, keeping the white noise. But yeah, just edit it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the temperature like where y'all are? Is it cold?
We're in a house right now, but if we go outside the house, it gets colder. And if it's about like, are we still podcast? Oh, it's like 45 degrees out right now.
Retard D2 or trisomy 3PO?
The C-3PO one.
Trisomy PO. Retard D2 or trisomy PO?
Trisomethio. I liked him in the movie The Abyss. Did you ever see that?
The a bitch?
The Abyss, about the underwater.
Oh yeah,
Did you
yeah.
ever see that? Classic.
I've seen movies about water, but
Is that Jaws?
It was a Jaws spinoff. After Jaws did so well, they made The Abyss. It's like a prequel to Jaws.
Okay.
I didn't know
Ed
they
Harris.
had a prequel.
It was Ed Harris's best film, in my opinion.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Man, you know about movies.
Yeah. We should remake
well,
Jaws, but the shark has a mouth cancer from chewing tobacco too much.
Have you seen that movie about the boy wizard who gets a lot of strokes called Harry Clotter?
Ooh, I have. I read about that. Did you see that?
Yes. He got a stroke in the movie, and but he like works through it really well and ends up defeating a white guy with his stick.
Damn. That's cool. This sounds like Congo. Did you ever see Congo?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, with Ice Cube.
I don't think that has many white people, but I think it is probably similar in other ways.
My sesame cake. There's something about there's a good line in that movie about the guy who talks about eating a sesame cake.
Oh my God, I have diverticulitis, so I don't know if I could relate to that on a human level, but perhaps.
Do you really?
If I just. Oh yeah. If I.
How do you get that?
It's you have to train for it, and then you can get a kind of a certification in diving.
You get it. You just have it like your like lining of your gut is like a prune, so the seeds just get stuck, and then you get diverticuria, diarrhea.
God, I have diarrhea right now. Do you ever get that?
I do. I
Yeah.
have it almost every day.
Should we go diarrhea?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want a diarrhea?
We could just go diarrhea.
Are you saying?
Yeah, do you want a diarrhea?
I remember making diarrheas as crafts in school.
Did you really? How would you do that?
Well,
How are we gonna end the podcast?
He's a famous podcast coach. He's coached Mark Marone, Ja Rogan.
Oh,
Who else has
As
podcasts?
well. He has a pretty popular podcast. Have you all heard his?
Does he have a podcast? What is it about?
is Ja Rule the one who's like DMX baby? I got it. You come and get it. I've not ever done it.
Joe
Ride or die.
Is that the one? I think you just described DMX.
I think that's just Ebonics.
Y'all heard of this website called murderpedia.org?
No,
I haven't. That sounds great.
Go to it now, Tyrell.
I can't.
It's great. Yeah, I've been on it since last night. It gives like people who murdered people and yeah, like their last meals and stuff. It's cool.
It gives them their last meals. Oh,
it tells what the last meal was.
Like
the guy
Postmates?
Had a couple of grilled cheese bologna sandwiches and French fries as his last meal.
who was that? Who did that?
He was a guy. I'm actually on it right now. I'm trying to look him up. I clicked out of it. Some guy who killed the old guy in Alabama, I think it was, because he thought the old guy had gold bars in a safe in his house. But he didn't, and he ended up stabbing him a bunch of times.
Okay, so how should we end this? How do we end it with a bang?
No, but y'all probably should quit this. I mean, this was probably the worst thing I've been on recently. I'm on edge. I've just by myself with this cat in here, drinking this Evan Williams pint. I have to work in the morning. I'm on edge. I've been eating exclusively spaghetti with ragu sauce for the past month. My left arm is purple. I don't know what that means. I'm peeing out blood now. And so, yeah, I mean, this was a real big downer. I thought this was going to go much better. It obviously has tanked since the beginning. Oh, man.
Thank you so much for the kind words and the wonderful coaching advice that you gave us.
I'll take your advice to heart.
Yeah.
Have
this
you heard
little
of
cat? I would love this little cat. Quit fucking biting me, bitch. And you want to have a three-way makeout right now?
Yeah. Let's have a French goodbye.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's up.
All right.
I love this. I like that we start out doing a bit and it just completely dies.